Hello and welcome to our deep dive into the savings and loan crisis of the 1980s. The savings and loan crisis, often abbreviated as the S&L crisis, was a period of financial turmoil that shook the United States during the 1980s. This crisis led to the failure of 1,043 out of the 3,234 savings and loan associations in the country between 1986 and 1995. To understand the S&L crisis, we need to start with the history. Savings and loan associations originated in the early 19th century. Their primary function was to provide a safe place for lower-income workers to save money and to grant them home mortgages. During the early 1980s, several economic pressures and deregulation acts led to the crisis. These include high inflation, rising interest rates, and deregulation that allowed S&Ls to take on higher-risk investments. The Monetary Control Act of 1980 phased out Regulation Q, which had previously limited the interest rates that banks could pay on deposits. This deregulation allowed S&Ls to offer higher interest rates, trying to attract more deposits to fund their lending. While higher interest rates initially attracted more deposits, the increased cost of these deposits and the risky investments made by S&Ls led to severe financial distress. One of the key factors in the crisis was the tactic of yield chasing. In a desperate bid to increase returns, invested in high-risk real estate and commercial ventures. This led to massive losses when those investments failed. To visualize the impact, consider ABC Savings and Loan. In 1982, they began investing heavily in commercial real estate, offering high-interest CDs to attract depositors. By 1987, poor returns on risky investments led to them defaulting, causing both depositors and investors to lose significant amounts of money. The government response included the creation of the Federal Savings and Loan Insurance Corporation, SLIC, but even this was not enough to stem the tide of failures. In 1989, the Financial Institutions Reform, Recovery, and Enforcement Act, FIRREA, was enacted, abolishing the SLIC and transferring its responsibilities to the FDIC. It also established the Resolution Trust Corporation, RTC, to manage the assets of the failed S&Ls. The RTC was responsible for selling off the assets of failed S&Ls, often at a significant loss. This liquidation process cost American taxpayers around $124 billion. Let's pause here for a moment to ask ourselves some critical questions. Why did deregulation have such adverse effects? Could stricter regulation have prevented the crisis? One of the critical lessons from the S&L crisis is the importance of sound financial regulation. Unchecked deregulation can lead to speculative and risky financial behavior, potentially resulting in systemic collapses. In conclusion, the savings and loan crisis of the 1980s was a monumental event in U.S. financial history. It serves as a cautionary tale about the risks of deregulation and the importance of maintaining a balance between encouraging economic growth and ensuring financial stability. Thank you for joining us in this detailed look at the savings and loan crisis. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth financial tutorials. See you next time.